Welcome back, seekers of the unknown. You're listening to XYED Mysteries, where every story takes you beyond the veil of the ordinary into the realm of the mysterious, the unseen, and the unforgettable. I'm your narrator, your guide through the shadows of truth and legend. Tonight, we continue the haunting journey of our latest series, Echoes of the Forgotten. Recap of episode to the hidden chamber. In our previous episode, Dr. Elena Voss and her small expedition team ventured deeper into the Andes, tracing fragments of a vanished civilization, the Ohan'ka. What began as a quest for historical truth soon twisted into a confrontation with something far older than myth. They uncovered a hidden chamber beneath the ruins, one lined with symbols that seemed to breathe in the torchlight. But when the symbols pulsed with faint red light and the walls began to whisper Elena's name, their discovery turned into terror. The episode ended with Elena alone, staring into a circular seal carved into the floor, a seal that began to crack open from within. Episode 3. The whispers beneath the ruins. Music deepens, slow drums and airy chanting echo softly in the background. Elena stood frozen as the floor split beneath her boots. A faint red glow spilled out from the widening fissure, and with it came a low, rhythmic sound like something breathing from below. Her radio crackled, again, static distorting the voice of her colleague, Daniel. Elena, come in. Where are you? We're losing signal, but before she could answer, the chamber filled with a rush of hot air, dust swirled in spirals, the torches flickered violently, and a whisper not quite human brushed past her ear. We remember you. Elena stumbled back, heart pounding. She pointed her flashlight toward the crack, but the light seemed to bend and vanish, swallowed by darkness that felt alive. Taking a deep breath, she whispered to herself, "You've come too far to turn back now." She dropped a glow stick into the gap. It fell, and kept falling, illuminating ancient carvings that spiraled downward like a staircase descending into the earth. Against all reason, she climbed down. The descent, the air grew warmer, heavier, as if she were entering the lungs of something enormous. Every few meters, the carvings shifted from geometric lines to more organic, almost skeletal patterns. She noticed something strange. The deeper she went, the more she could hear a faint murmuring, like dozens of voices praying at once. At last, her boots touched solid ground. She was standing in a massive subterranean hall, walls covered with murals depicting the Ohan'ka kneeling before a towering, faceless figure surrounded by flames. And then she saw it, a stone table in the center of the hall. On it rested a metallic artifact, shaped like an orb with shifting patterns that glowed softly when she approached. Her fingertips hovered over it. "This must be what they were protecting," she murmured. But the moment she touched it, the chanting stopped. The silence was absolute, suffocating. Then the orb pulsed once, and Elena was hit by a vision. Flashes of a golden city, rivers of fire, and the sky raining ash. She saw people screaming, offering their hearts to the faceless god, and then she saw herself standing among them. The awakening when she gasped back into reality. She was no longer alone. Figures stood in the shadows, silhouettes of the ancient Ohan'ka priests, their eyes hollow, their mouths whispering the same three words, "Open the gate." Elena stumbled backward. "You're not real." But the ground trembled as though answering her denial. The orb cracked open, releasing a beam of red light that shot into the ceiling. Far above, on the surface, Daniel and the others saw the ruins erupt with light, a column of energy piercing the clouds. "Elena, what did you do?" Daniel shouted into the radio. Her voice came through, weak but steady. "It wasn't me. It's been waiting for centuries." The voice in the dark. Elena tried to climb back up, but the walls seemed to move, reshaping like living stone. The whispers followed her, growing louder, forming sentences now. "You woke us. You broke the seal." Her flashlight flickered, then died. In the brief flashes, she saw movement, hands pressing from inside the stone, faces appearing in the cracks. Suddenly, something cold brushed her arm, skeletal fingers reaching out. She screamed and swung her torch wildly, breaking part of the wall. Behind the crumbling stone, she saw what looked like a mirror, except it didn't reflect her. Instead, it showed a version of her standing inside the ancient city. From her vision, that version smiled. "Come home, Elena." She stumbled back, shaking, the orb pulsing again behind her. The voices merged into one booming command: the gate must open. The episode ends as the floor collapses beneath her again, and she plunges into darkness, screaming her colleague's name as the ruins above implode, sealing her fate. For now, music fades to a soft, ominous hum, closing invitation side Mysteries' signature outro. And that brings us to the end of tonight's episode of Echoes of the Forgotten. What truly lies beneath the ancient ruins of the Ohan'ka? And what did Elena awaken that was never meant to rise again? Find out in the next chapter, because the echoes have only just begun. Softer background music returns. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to XYED Mysteries, and tap the bell icon so you never miss the next mysterious journey. Until next time, keep your eyes open and your heart brave, for the unknown is closer than you think.